Hello and welcome all to the ninth part of Begin Right, a series for parents in which we discuss parental role in child's education. Check out on the earlier parts to feel in tune with this part. We break this part in two subparts, 9a and 9b. Parents, quiz time for you. A few small questions will be asked in the first part, and we will see the inferences of your responses in the second part. So, let's get started. Before we begin, here's a small tip. Please record your most natural responses, the real responses and not the ideal ones in your view. Because ideally, there is nothing ideal or not ideal. It is all about knowing yourself as a parent and then knowing your child as a child and then creating a channel wherein the communication can be smooth and fruitful. You may be a chili and some other parent may be a mango. But mangoes go in milkshakes and chilies go in pizzas. So if your child is a pizza and their child is a milkshake, it's a perfect harmony. So neither mango nor chili is ideal or non-ideal. It's only when the trouble starts that a mango has to match with a pizza and a chili has to match with a milkshake. So let us know what is my parenting type, and that will be a good guideline to develop a great communication with your child. Let's get going. Your curious little one is full of questions. He asks you some question. Let's say, Mama, where does the sun go in the evening? How would you respond most commonly? You will explain the rotation of the earth, the setting and rising of the sun, in the words in which he will understand at his age. Try to satisfy his queries in the best possible manner. And if you are busy, you will say, let's do it later, and you do it as committed to him. Second, don't ask such nonsense questions. Wherever it goes, do your homework. Third, you are awed by the questions he is asking. You look at him with loving eyes and ask him, why do you need it, dear? Or, it's a good question, huh? We will discuss it. But you may not be that serious in bringing him the answer, but you will appreciate his curiosity and cuddle him, pat him, encourage him. Last response. You just put a deaf ear to his questions. He keeps talking something. I'm not supposed to look at all his questions. Ask your teacher, baby. Don't ask me, I'm busy. One fine day, and your child suddenly declares he doesn't want to go to the school. Today or never? Probably never. Oh my God. How would your response be? You will sit with him, Find out what is the concern. Is it some prank done by some friend of his? Or is it some trouble at the school bus? Or has the teacher scolded him, insulted him? What has exactly happened that has suddenly made him declare that he doesn't want school? You will acknowledge his valid reasons, try to find a good solution to it. Maybe allow him to miss the school for a couple of days, resolve his problem, and then convince him that he has to go to the school. And also convince him that those problems for which he had refused to go to the school will not come now. Second response. You just pick his bag, pick him up, drop him in the school bus or drop him at the school gate. Nothing doing, you have to go to the school. These pranks won't do in front of me. Won't go to school, then what? You're going to clean utensils or you'll become a watchman? Third response. You will take him by your side. You will cuddle him and tell him it is very important to go to the school. If he tries to tell you his problem, let it be na, there is going to be some problem. Ignore it, go to the school. You will convince him by and large to go to the school. Or for any such thing that he refuses to do, you will try and convince him. But after that also he says he doesn't want to go. You may not be able to really justify and explain how your thought is better than his. Whenever possible, you will let him do whatever he wants and you will be fine with it. Last response. Mama, I don't want to go to school. Okay, do your whatever you want. I'm busy. Don't trouble me. Response number 4. You are on a leave. Weekend, 4 days, 5 days. What is the best thing that you would love to do with your child in your leave time, holiday time? First, you will spend a good hearty time with him. And in your talks, you will discuss, find out his inclinations, observe him, give him some good advices, play with him a lot, see if it is some help for him in his studies, have fun together. Response B. You will use this vacation to bring some strict discipline in your child. Let me see how he doesn't score in maths now. I'm going to sit with him for 3 hours a day with a cane in my hand, and by the end of the vacation, I'll see to it that he's done with all his work. Or let me see if how he's not exercising. So full of discipline, full of sermons, that kind of a vacation. Third response. You will just while out good time with him, enjoy, take them out for a weekend, go for some movie, call in guests, just relax and not bother about anything. And fourth response, it is your leave. What to do with the child? Let him do whatever he wants. I have so many other things to do than just look at my child. Someday, a neighbor knocks your door and puts up some complaint for your child. some prank, some noise, broken glass, whatever. You will of course apologize to the neighbor and ensure that you are going to take the right action. After the neighbor has left, you will call the child. You will tell him what the neighbor uncle was saying, and you will give a chance to your child to explain his side of the whole story. If you still feel he is guilty, you will scold him or you will give him a good understanding in decent words, sometimes little strictly, that these things should not happen. And if you feel that your child is not guilty, you will cover him and you will visit the neighbor and explain to him in decent words how his complaint was not really justified. Second response: this child is a nuisance. He is going to make me look down in front of everybody. Come in, come here. Scold a child in front of the neighbor uncle, give him a tight slap, and warn him, I shouldn't get these kind of complaints again. Huh? Otherwise, I'll send you to the police. Third response: you will apologize to the neighbor, and after the neighbor has left, you will just call your child casually, cuddle him, and tell him, don't do it again. Huh? These things should not happen. What happened? Why you did like that? No serious action. Just to mention and okay, like it happens kind of an attitude. Last response: neighbor uncle comes, you walk inside and you send your child outside. Go, that uncle has come, see what he's saying. And don't bother me. You handle it yourself. You are back home after a heavy day and badly need a cup of coffee. And your little one, who starved for your company for the whole day, literally leaps out towards you. Mama! First response: you will of course take your child in your arms, cuddle him for a couple of minutes, then quietly tell him, Beta, I also need a cup of coffee. Can I just come back in 10 minutes? Then we'll play a lot. And remember, these words are understood by all the children who don't understand the language. They will still understand that Mama needs a break and I should take it little more patiently. Second, the moment your child cries and tries to leap towards you, you will shout at him, don't you see how tired I am? Full day I am doing much in the office. Let me have a cup of coffee, then I'll look at you. Third, your child starts crying, you start crying double. Oh my baby, whole day my baby stayed without me. And you will sit with your child, keeping aside all your requirements of freshening up, having a cup of coffee, some other work at home, for a long time till your child has started playing. And last response: you will just turn a deaf ear to his cries, tell his grandparents or the nanny to take care of him, and just move on to your washroom or your kitchen for a cup of coffee. You are not bothered. Hip hip Hooray! And there goes the quiz. Keep your responses recorded and we will see how to analyze yourself as a parent in the next part. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video.